it's Lisa Clark. Thanks for joining me. So, if you've been following along with my chipmunks, this is the last picture of the 4 pictures that are in the chipmunk series. And what I decided to do, because frankly, I was just kind of tired of drawing chipmunks, I decided to go ahead and just make an oak tree with the 4th picture. And you're going to see me here. I'm using pan pastels because in my mind, I feel like the tree and the leaves and whatnot, they're kind of out of focus in this picture. And so pan pastels to me are great for doing that kind of work. If you're not wanting a lot of details, maybe you want a blurry effect, pan pastels are your friend. So yeah. And as always, in the description beneath this video, you're going to see all the materials I'm using. And I'll give you links to where you can find them. I use Amazon primarily. But I'm not sponsored, so it's not like I get anything for the links that I provide. I'm just trying to help you out to locate the materials that I use. So what you see me do is adding different colors of pan pastel. I can tell you, you do not have to, I don't wipe my sponge between colors. I like the way it blends with the old color that's on the sponge from the color I used before, and then I just transfer a new color. I really don't have any issues with the pans when I do stuff like that. Pan pastel is considered kind of dry painting, so think of like acrylic painting or watercolor painting, and pan pastels are like that. They're just dry. So anyway, I'm just putting in a background. I'm just blurring this out. I don't want any details. I can tell you, because I know I'm going to be putting details on that tree trunk right there to the right. That's a thinner layer of the pans. You don't want to put a lot of layers of pan pastels down if you plan on doing detail work with pencil. You want kind of a thin layer of the pans. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're going to use those. And if you want to do detail pencil work over the pan pastels, have a thin layer, because otherwise it's just not going to take the pencil very well. So yeah, that's why I'm not really bothering with the tree trunk. I've got the background color for it. I'm not worried about it anymore, because I also know I'm going to be adding my pastel pencil detail over that trunk. So that's why you see me primarily just working on the leaves of the tree and the blurred out background there, that creamy white. So here I am using my Carbothello pastel pencils, and really at this point I'm kind of going slow because I'm not sure where I want, like I wanted a knot in the tree. I'm not sure where I want to put it yet. I know there's various colors of the trunk that I want to get in there. And so I'm just kind of playing with it with shapes that I'm already seeing from the pan pastels, trying to decide where I want to put the knot. I ended up putting 2. So that kind of worked out. So this is like preliminary work, it's not, like I'm not 100% sure I want the things where I'm putting them yet. But as I progress, I get a little more confident with the strokes of the pencil. And then I get like, okay, now I know. And the direction of the bark needs to go, right to left, or is it up and down? Decide on which direction I want these limbs to be and the way I want them to appear. And obviously, the further I go away from that trunk, the main trunk of this tree, the less details are going to be in the limbs. So the up close part, that big portion of the trunk of the tree, I've already decided I'm going to have most of my detail there. And then at the end, I do decide to put a chipmunk on the limb, and with a couple of his acorns, like he's he's got his catch for the day. Now, I will say I'm going to advance apologize. I somehow either deleted, or I don't know what I did, but I accidentally did not get the footage of me drawing in the chipmunk. It really was only a few minutes. Didn't take me long, but I don't have the footage, and I apologize for that up front. I don't know what I did there. I mean, mistakes happen. What are you going to do? Just go forward. So anyway, like I said, I decided to make 2 knots in this tree. And so I decided I will put them right there. I don't want them to look like, you know, uniform. So I put one like facing to the left and one kind of facing to the right. And now I'm just deciding which limbs are going to be forward and which limbs are going to be behind the trunk, that trunk of the tree. So that's basically all I'm doing. Using the black, patting it out with my finger because I don't want it too, I don't know, like vivid, you know. I don't want a lot of harsh lines. So every once in a while you'll see me pat it out with my finger just to kind of soften the look of it a little bit. And that works really well. Pan pastels and soft pastel pencils, you can do that. You can really manipulate them quite easily with just patting with your finger. I would not suggest using like a blender, a blending stump, because that will actually just completely wipe out the pastel. You won't be able to blend it with a blending stump. Just use your finger if you want to blend it a little bit. But anyway, and don't rub it. Just kind of pat it like up and down, pat. So yeah, so I'm just doing a little of the details. This tree, this limb is kind of in front of the tree trunk. So there's going to be a little more detail there and more shadow effect. And then with this color pencil here, I'm adding a little highlight just to give it a little more depth, a little more detail. Like I said, the trunk is going to have the most of the detail. And the limbs are just, I'm not going to do a lot of detail in the limbs because I want them to look out of focus, like they're in the background. So unfortunately, that's about all I had on this footage, but I did take a picture of the finished product and I fixed that little area that looks like the tree just kind of disappears behind that limb. But anyway, there's the finished product. Little chipmunk up there. He's got his little acorn with him and he's happy. He's up in the tree. So yeah, and then I wanted to show you, I bought this frame at Goodwill for just a few dollars, really. I had to repaint the matting because it was really in bad shape. So I had this like glittery gold paint and it came out really good. I do need to fix it. It's a little bit, it's not laying as flat to the mat as I wanted, but I wanted to get it together just to show you what my whole process was. So you had the acorns on the top and then the little guy on the bottom there. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the chipmunks. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.